This is Josh Hall in our Field Operations Department. Today I wanted to give y'all a brief update on the storm that's coming through. It is 4:30, a little after 4:30 on Thursday, so the total damage is not known at this point, but I just wanted to give a kind of mid-storm update, I guess you'd call it. We're still 2 to 3, 4 hours away from the rain stopping, hopefully stopping in Bunnell, at our Bunnell, Florida operation. As far as what I know, being in South Carolina from talking to a couple of our employees there, we've had, probably close to 10 inches of rain. There's still a chance for a few more inches to come. So a lot of rain has fallen. The most important thing, our people are safe. All of our team members down there, the few local employees as well as the H2A team members are all safe. The biggest, I guess, concern or issue right now is that there is no power, and there is not a great idea of, obviously there's a lot of damage all across Florida, so when the power will be restored is really unknown. Our buildings are all okay. No physical damage or no large physical damage that we know of right now. And equipment wise, it all seems to be okay. So big takeaway from, update on Florida is that our people are safe. That's the biggest thing. From a crop standpoint, we do have a few acres of crops. We've got some onions, some plant beds, some transplanted organic kale. It's really too early to know how that will be affected, or how bad it will be affected, I guess. I would expect at least some yield loss just in the stand, meaning the amount of plants that come up in the planting. But really too early to know a whole lot, to give much more detail. Moving into a quick update on South Carolina, we have been fairly windy since Wednesday afternoon. The wind will pick up a little bit into Thursday night, Friday. Friday we also expect some rain. From a crop standpoint, I think the risk is mainly in the wind. If we have extreme heavy downpours within a small amount of time, that will definitely cause problems. But from the wind side of things, just constant 20, 25, 30 plus mile an hour winds in these wide open fields really hurts these small crops, even some of the larger crops. So we're doing the best we can with running our center pivots. If we run those center pivots for irrigation, that keeps the top layer of the soil a little bit damp. If it's damp, it's heavier. It's not as easy for the wind to pick up that soil and blow it away. So we're doing the best we can, but with this persistent wind, there's only so much that will help. So that's a quick update at a little after 4:30 on Thursday with the storm. Biggest takeaway by far is that all of our team members in Florida are safe, so we thank the Lord for that, and just hope everybody else stays safe. Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Pete with your this week's Take 5. It's that time of year where the hurricanes are hitting, and we always recommend if it's a hurricane and you're not a professional driver, that you should probably be staying home due to the road conditions. However, we do have professional drivers that go out on the road. One of the things that I want to make sure that our employees know never to do, but you probably have seen this, is when you're driving and maybe a heavy rainstorm, and you'll see people driving down the road that don't have their lights on, but they have their hazard lights on. This is illegal in many states, and it's also dangerous. The hazard lights should only ever be on if your vehicle is broken down on the side of the road, communicating that you are having an issue with your vehicle. And the only other instance that you're allowed to use those in a moving vehicle is if you're in a funeral procession in some states. Otherwise, don't be that person driving down the highway with your hazards on. That is a finable offense up to $150. So don't do it. You're confusing people. It doesn't make you more visible. It's just a very big safety issue. So make sure you're not doing that, and talk to you next time.
This week, Ashley and I attended the Food, Packaging, and Sustainability Fresh Summit here in Clemson. We have been able to engage with fellow food production manufacturers, packaging companies, students, faculty, and more on solutions to achieve sustainability in both the corporate and consumer environment. On day one, we were able to tour facilities here in Clemson. The first stop was their recycling facility that recycles both the campus trash as well as the town here of Clemson. They shared some really interesting facts with us, such as 1 bale of crushed water bottles ready to be recycled could weigh upwards of 800 to 900 pounds. That's crazy. And also, crushed aluminum in a bale could weigh about 325 pounds. Again, really crazy. Hard to think that something so light could weigh so much. We also got to tour their composting facility. They talked a lot about the inputs in their composting. It was really cool, really hot outside and really smelly, but really fun to get to see that process. Then we also toured the School of Packaging Design. They had a lot of cool labs that we were able to see, 3D printing, different other printing technologies, graphic design, and they also had a really cool shop. It's new. It's called the CU shop. And in there, they utilize eye tracking devices to analyze how consumers respond to real world environments for packaging. So they wear special glasses that can track what they're looking at, how long they look at it, if they like it, what is their reactions, and so forth. So really, really neat, and potentially something we as a company can utilize in the future. We also attended a session about social media and some cutting edge technology they use in their lab to measure engagements on social media across the web. Really cool, fun stuff, but really scary, the detail that they were able to see. It's been a fun 2 days here in Clemson. We have 1 day left tomorrow. Excited to get back home and see everybody. But that's it from Clemson. Until next time.
Hi everyone. Here's a quick update on the Walmart business for the next 2 years. Our new alignment begins at the end of October, and a few things to note for this upcoming award. 3 of our current DCs were realigned to another supplier, but we gained the 4 Texas DCs. 2-pound kale has been discontinued, and those DCs have been converted over to the 1-pound kale. And turnip roots are not part of our alignment for this upcoming award. Thank you.
We are so excited to announce that this October 7th, we will be hosting our first event post-COVID. We are hosting our Farm Fair, which is a combination of delicious food, raffles, games, service awards, flu shots, and we've invited local vendors to come out and share with y'all their services. This event is for all employees of WP Rawl, and we will all come together and have loads of fun. Can't wait for this fun-packed day. See you there.